Hello everybody, I am teacher Vlad and our today's presentation is enhancing English speaking skills through Synergy, the Synergetic Language Matrix approach. I am a professional English language teacher currently working at one of the biggest private schools of Bangkok. I am a linguist by education, TEFL certificate, and graduated teacher's diploma holder. I am also the creator of the beautiful English speaking training system. Our main topic today is problems with teaching English as a second language. The presentation objective is to show the innovative integration of rainbow colors with grammar elements to foster English language proficiency through the Synergetic Language Matrix approach. To begin with, let's discuss the problem with teaching English both in Thailand and other countries of the world. The main problems of Thai English education is the lack of qualified English teachers and the lack of understanding of how a human brain works while learning. Thailand isn't the only country with teaching English problems. Do you know that about 30% of English-speaking countries' population is illiterate? That means that they can't read English at all. About 90% of school and university graduates all over the world can't read and write English too. The global English proficiency trend of the age category, 18-20 years old, shows that it dropped from moderate to very low over the period from 2015 to 2023. It means that school and universities can't give students high-quality English education. In this slide, you will watch a video. You will see university students trying to read worksheets of the first or second grade level. On the right, you will see my second grade students practicing speaking with one of my speaking training tools.
Oldest and youngest.
Make sentence.
This is the English proficiency level of most public schools and university graduates. They can't read, write, understand, and speak English at all. In many other countries, the situation with English education is as bad as that. To understand why, let's have a brief look at the history of English education. If you ask Google about English innovations, it will tell you that the only English innovation was the introducing of the direct method that happened more than 100 years ago. Direct method means the direct contact with spoken English without translation into students' native language and without learning grammar directly. Later, they called it a communication method and still use it as something innovative, new, and very effective. Here, you can see some education initiatives proposed lately by the Thai education officials. Communication rather than grammar and nano-learning, whereby children absorb bits of information, sound bites, and images. What do you think will be the result? Of course, nano result. And you can see it in this slide. Thai EPI goes down from year to year, but Thai education officials are still raving about new communicative methods and nano-learning. Similar tendencies can be seen in many education systems that try to follow Western education models and use Western textbooks. You can see the example of such a book in this slide. Fortunately, There are some education systems that have managed to find their own way of English education and to achieve tremendous results in teaching English to their students. Singapore can be a very good example for all the education systems of the world that try to follow Western education standards and use Western curriculums. Singaporean EPI is the first in Asia and the second in the world. They could do that because more than 20 years ago they understood that communicative methods may not be suitable at all times and in all situations. Similarly, while grammar has been downplayed in communicatively based textbooks for almost 2 decades, the political concern over what has been perceived as declining standards in written English and its impact on Singapore's global competitive ratings has once again led the way in giving the explicit teaching of grammar a place in the 2001 syllabus. To understand why a Singaporean education model works well, education officials should know at least something about how a human brain works while learning. The fact is that a human brain is a physical organ that needs long and intensive physical training, the same as muscles. Long and intensive training makes a brain to change its physical structure, which is called neuroplasticity. Nano-learning and bite-sized learning can activate only short-term memory. To activate a long-term memory and make a brain to grow new network of neurons that will keep information for a long time, the education intervention should be long and intensive enough. Educators should also know about input-output learning style. Listening and reading passive learning is input style. Speaking and writing active learning is output learning style. Education process should consist of 3 input part and 7 output parts. Unfortunately, the main learning style at schools and universities is the input learning style or passive learning. It means that students learn a lot but practice a little, and it is the reason why Thailand and many other countries has a very low English Proficiency Index. To address the issues with teaching English and make learning English more affordable for English learners, I have created the Synergetic Language Matrix SLM teaching method and the beautiful English speaking training system. It consists of many English courses and is packed into Master Study LMS, which is hosted in my website. As I have explained earlier, the direct method banned translation and direct learning grammar without giving anything instead that made mastering English almost impossible for most English learners. To improve the situation with teaching English as a second language, I have invented SLM, new, unique, and innovative teaching method. To help students to understand everything without translation, I use rainbow colors and pictures. In SLM, each part of speech has its own color. SLM flashcards enable students not only see English, but also touch it. None of a teacher do anything like you see here. Using of rainbow colors and pictures activates the same coding system as babies used to learn their native language. Their brains connect words they hear with visual images they see, creating a synergetic language matrix in such a way. The fact is that a human brain is constructed so that it is difficult to it to percept only text. Many beginners who aren't good at English perhaps don't understand even such a simple text. These children are at school. SLM makes this text understandable and easy to percept.
These children are at school.
Students can clearly see and distinguish all parts of speech, a sentence structure, and understand the meaning. At first, they look, listen, and repeat. Then, they see a color scheme without words. Now, they think, make a sentence, and pronounce it by themselves, developing automatic speaking skills in such a way.
These children are at school.
The participation of a teacher in such a speaking training is minimal. In most cases, students feel what they should do even without a teacher's prompt. It makes beautiful English speaking training system easy to use even for teachers who have a very low English proficiency. Thus, I can proudly declare that SLM is the only innovation in teaching English created throughout the whole history of teaching English. It enables making of beautiful and very effective speaking training tools that make English visible, touchable, and easy to perceive by a human brain. It activates all the perception channels. That is why SLM can be effective where none of teaching method works, like for teaching mentally handicapped students. It also opens the way for creating a variety of beautiful and very effective speaking training tools based on virtual reality and other technologies. The beautiful English speaking training system is built of a variety of speaking training tools, each of which develop one or another speaking skill. Color schemes, 2 types of talking lingua cards, duet speaking exercises, conversations, dialogues, speaking tests, quizzes, and writing exercises. All the speaking training tools represent a cutting-edge teaching technology based on the last discoveries of a brain science. The beautiful English speaking training system consists of 6 main courses that cover all the most important topics of English language. Reading course, elementary English course, basic English course, English grammar tenses active voice course, English grammar tenses passive voice course, and grammar tenses speaking training kit that helps students to start speaking fluently and correctly in all the grammar tenses and in both active and passive voice. Many speaking training tools are interactive that enable students to control the learning process and its pace. Reading and writing course, students learn English sounds, words, and sentences. They do reading, writing, and speaking exercises. Elementary English course, students learn English basics, do speaking exercises and quizzes. Basic English course, students get deeper understanding of English basics and do writing and speaking exercise and quizzes. English grammar tenses active voice course, students practice making sentences and speaking in all the grammar tenses, active voice. They also do writing exercises. English grammar tenses passive voice course. Students practice making sentences and speaking in all the grammar tenses passive voice. Grammar tenses speaking training kit course. It contains beautiful and very effective speaking training tools to practice speaking in all the grammar tenses and in both active and passive voice. All the courses are unique, innovative, beautiful, students-friendly, and very effective, and I am the only teacher in the world who makes such courses. That is why you have a unique chance to look at me, to listen to me, and to make a better English education for your students. Furthermore, beautiful English can solve all the problems with teaching English that many education systems are facing nowadays. Don't miss this unique chance. Now, education systems are looking for innovations. Here you are, a real innovation in teaching English. Just take it and make your school or university a better place for learning English. I am open for cooperation and sharing my expertise both with individuals and with educational institutions. Here you can see my contacts, website, email, telephone. Don't hesitate to contact me if you feel that beautiful English can help your students to master English. Thank you. I wish everybody good luck and all the best in your life.